It was an interesting film, had a lot of information my way, certainly. I mean, my time through the army, in the 70s it was alcohol, in the 80s it was drugs, and then of course I retired at the end of 89, so now they've got a gambling habit. This programme, I see, really goes out to the care providers, because the young man who's gambling, like an alcoholic, unless he admits it, it's no problem to him. And from our point of view, the military point of view, it's if he gets rock bottom, he then starts going out to the unscrupulous moneylender, the unscrupulous guy who gambles. He becomes a security risk. And that's one of the problems I would see with the gambling in the army. I mean, obviously, the army is what I can talk about. But, and if the care is there, the care providers, and they're aware, that might help. Certainly.
I spoke to a group of sergeant majors the other day at Chelsea, and they were saying that life in the British Army has changed because certainly when I was joining in the 70s, there were 2-man, 4-man, 6-man, 8-man rooms, so you weren't left on your own. Nowadays, you've got single-man rooms, so you can go into your room, close that door, get your phone out or your laptop, and the world's your oyster, and no one's going to know it because when you're not gambling, you're still a sociable. You don't change because you've got a gambling problem. Like they said, it doesn't smell, you don't fall asleep. So it's certainly something that needs sorting out, and I understand it is quite prevalent throughout the British Army.
It was extremely powerful, and I hope it just cascades the message that there's no stigma and shame, and it helps support if it's fatal in a person's life.
I thought the video really hit home in relation to prevention and early intervention. As a clinical service myself, I'd rather be put out of work and see people being early intervention taking its course at the earliest opportunity.
The video was really powerful. It was very hard hitting. Hearing from the voice of lived experience gives it so much more impact. I think the film focuses on a community and a population which is seen to be one of strength. That's what we think of when we think of the armed forces, but actually there are lots of vulnerabilities within that community, and it's really important that we give them the opportunity to talk about those vulnerabilities when they appear, and for them not to suffer the consequences of service beyond when they leave the armed forces.
I thought it was great, and I thought it was some really interesting, really thought-provoking, really powerful kind of stories to back up, what is a really interesting area, and certainly as a serving Royal Navy myself, I recognise some of those behaviours that I've seen in people. So I just thought it was a great movie, and I'm really pleased that it's going to go on sort of general free release, and we can get it out there to the masses.
And the screening of The Unseen Enemy has been fantastic this afternoon. Not just because we've been able to cascade this film out to more people, a bigger audience, but probably more so, it's going to help encourage people to get in touch with the Armed Forces Gambling Support Network, to make people more aware of gambling-related harms, particularly within the military. And our optimism is that this can make a real difference for people coming forward to be able to seek out support, which we know can be quite difficult with the veterans community in particular. So in terms of us, it's been fantastic. It's been really well hosted. The questions have been fantastic too. And yeah, we're looking forward to the next part of this programme.
I'm really pleased to be here at King's Cross Everyman today. It's the second time I've been part of the screening of The Unseen Enemy. I take part in the short documentary myself. This particular event today was really empowering for myself because I was joined by two former colleagues of mine in the Royal Navy, both still serving, actually, one being a past commanding officer 20 years ago and one being a very close friend of mine. It was really lovely that he'd commended us on today's presentation, and we were able to have a chat on completion about the hidden side of gambling and the fact that if he knew, he would have been there to support me. And that's why I do what I do now, to carry that message and hopefully do a few more events like this and further circulate it.
Watched the video today on The Unseen Enemy, Gambling Harms. Had a personal interest in the video because one of the stars of the film, Matt Losing, was a good friend of mine. We've had 3 ships together in the Navy, and I never knew about his problems. Very, very emotional experience for me today. Brought me to tears. The journey that Matt's been on. Still serving in the Navy, and I've gained a lot from today. And I'm most definitely going to leave here and pass the message. And I feel confident now to signpost people that I can give them direction and, you know, awareness of this terrible problem.
Today was the second screening of the Unseen Enemy here in King's Cross, London, following the first one in Liverpool. Fingers crossed off today's film screening. This is going to have that big impact across the whole armed forces community. To get that awareness out there, the training we're delivering, which is free of charge, to support the armed forces community, will have that big impact. So in line with the QR codes, in line with the videos, please reach out. Myself, in line with Break Even, the wider partners want to deliver that training support at the early intervention so people don't have to hit the rock bottom like I did. Reach out, it's good to talk, and the support is there.
This has been an absolutely amazing event today. Is that we've had over, I think, 70 people attend from so many different organisations that are supporting the armed forces community, that have witnessed the impact of gambling-related harm on the armed forces community. This programme itself has engaged with over 12,000 people in its first year, and our optimism by this type of event is that we'll double those figures in the forthcoming year. Absolutely fantastic event.
It was an absolute fabulous event today. Great to hear the participants of the Unseen Enemy. Great to hear their lived experience stories and how they can help the armed forces community. And we're really looking forward to actually showing this up in Scotland in Everyman Cinema in Glasgow on Thursday, the 15th of March. So if anybody out there can make that, it would be great to see you. Absolute fantastic video. Keep up the good work.
Very proud day for Break Even to host this event, The Unseen Enemy. Very emotional film. Kudos to all the people that took part in it. And the message from this film today is anybody suffering with gambling-related harm within the Armed Forces Network, please reach out to one of the many partners that are on this project.